For your Mystery Pixel template, you'll notice that we have 3 tabs along the bottom: Teacher Instructions, Activity, and Answers. Remember, you can always change the zoom on your Google Sheet, and you can change it to be a little smaller so you can see more of the instructions. This page here is for teachers and how to edit this activity. These are not instructions for your students. So once you have input your questions, you've input your answers and hidden them, and you're ready to assign to students, we're going to be deleting this tab. You can delete it by going down to the tab on the bottom, clicking the arrow, and selecting delete. If you change your mind and decide you want that to be open again, you can go to your undo button and it will come right back up. Let's take a look at the instructions for the activity tab. Remember, you can zoom out on your sheet in order to see more of the instructions at one time. The activity tab, which is located here, is going to have you typing in your questions and updating the instructions if you would like. You will not be deleting anything on this tab. Let's go ahead and open the activity tab. This is the page that the students will see when you assign this to them. You are able to change the instructions if you would like, and you will be typing in your questions in column B. Notice that there is 1 question per cell, and this activity has 10 questions. If you try and type an 11th question, nothing is going to happen on the cells over here because the sheet is conditionally formatted to be a 10-question activity. You will be typing your questions in column B, and the students will type the answers in column C. And if they get the answer correct, you will see colors changing over here. Once you have determined if you are going to change the instructions and you have typed your questions here, you will not need to do anything else on this tab. Let's take a look at the instruction for the Answers tab. I'm going to go ahead and change my zoom so I can see more of the instructions. In the Answers tab, which is located here, we're going to be typing in the answers to the questions that we have in the Activities tab. We're also going to be hiding this from students in 2 ways. We're going to change the font to white, and we're also going to hide this tab when we're done editing. Let's go ahead and open it. This is what the answer sheet looks like. You'll notice that it says type your answers here. You will be typing in column B. In your activity, the students type the answers here, and right now the sheet is set so that the answers are just the numbers of the questions. You see, when the answer is typed correctly, the box turns green and the pixels change colors. If you were to type an answer incorrectly, it turns red and nothing happens over here. This is how the Checks for Understanding works. It has immediate feedback for students. So let's talk about your answers. You're going to be typing your answers in this column here exactly as you would like your students to type them when they are doing this activity. Please make sure that you keep your answers short and concise, such as 1 or 2 words or maybe a number, and give specific instructions if you're going to do something like a half where it's 0.5 or 1/2, depending on how you want the students to type it. Once you type your answers in here, you're going to select your whole entire sheet. You're going to change the font to white. And so that way, if the students open this sheet, it looks like there's nothing on it. And lastly, you're going to hide the sheet by coming down to the Answers tab and clicking on the caret, selecting Hide Sheet. Now the sheet is gone, but you can always access it again by hitting View, Hidden Sheets, and Show Answers. If you need to make any adjustments, come back up here, change the font back to black, and now you can continue typing. Remember, change the font to white and hide the tab. Now you're ready to go. Once you've made all of your adjustments and you're ready to assign this activity to your students, let's talk about the checklist of things you want to make sure you do before you hand it off to them. First, you want to make sure that you've hidden your answers. You want to select the whole sheet, change the font to white, and then hide the tab if you haven't done so already. You are also going to be deleting this Teacher Instruction tab the same way by clicking the caret, except hitting Delete. If you change your mind and realize you want the instructions again, you can always come back and hit undo, read your instructions, and then delete it when you're ready to send this off. Now you have the activity of what the students are going to see with the questions already filled out, ready for them to type their answers. You might want to consider changing the title of the activity because right now it tells them what image is going to pop up over here. If you want it to be a true mystery pixel, they have no idea what it's going to look like. So please feel free to change the title if you would like. You can post this directly into Google Classroom and select Make a Copy for each student. You want each student to have their own copy as they're working on this activity. You also have the option to share the link directly. So if you copy the link and paste it, you want to change it from edit to copy. This way, it will force a copy for the students, just like it does in Google Classroom. This is what they will see. Now you're ready to go. Please make sure you reach out to your technology integration coach if you have any questions about the Mystery Pixel activities.